So over the years, I've kind of, just through like reading books, watching my friends, watching myself operate in relationships, I noticed there's two main type of, mainly women that I notice it in. I haven't really tried to like see how it would play out for men, but for women a lot of times there's two types, like two ways to operate in a relationship a lot of times that are the most common, I'd say. There's the woman that has so many boundaries and so many requirements that she won't let anyone in. She will let no one in. It's like no guy is good enough. Like as soon as she meets somebody, she'll try to see the bad in them. She'll look for that flaw because she's scared to let somebody in. So instead of seeing all the good qualities, maybe she does see them, but she's so scared to let somebody in, she'll just focus on that flaw and convince herself that that's a huge red flag, and then deny herself of love and companionship because out of fear. Every time we deny ourselves love, it's out of fear. And then the second type is the woman who doesn't have enough boundaries, and usually it's because of some type of abandonment issues in her past, maybe her childhood, maybe in past relationships, what have you. And it's the woman who's so understanding, where she's scared to set boundaries out of fear of pushing whoever her love interests away. So she doesn't want to scare somebody away by saying, you know what, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with you doing that. Even if it's something very simple. She just is very passive, easygoing, and yeah, maybe she's still the type that could nag or get feisty sometimes, but she's also the type that gets walked on because she's fearful of that abandonment. It's the past trauma. It doesn't even have to be from relationships. It could be just from as a child you felt abandoned. So it carries on in your relationships later in life. So there are a lot of women who don't have enough boundaries, and it's not because they don't respect themselves. It's because of this deep-seated fear from their childhood or whatever. It could be from something totally different. They could just fall into this category for another reason. But yeah, I noticed there's those two types of women primarily. And then what we really need to do is find a balance. Find a balance where we have the courage to be vulnerable enough to love and to put ourselves out there and to fight past those insecurities by not putting up a ton of blockade so you won't let somebody love you and you deny yourself of love. And also to be able to set healthy boundaries so you're not going to get walked all over because you're afraid that somebody's going to leave you. Well, if somebody's going to leave you because you set up a healthy boundary for yourself, that's not the person for you anyways. So that's win-win. You set the boundary up, you can filter people out by realizing, oh, if they left, you know what, that's not for me anyways, because I deserve love. I deserve somebody who's understanding. I deserve somebody who respects my boundaries. So yeah, you just especially for women, you have to just try to find that balance because you deserve the best. You deserve what's for you. And that's why it's so important to get to know yourself and to really understand what you want. So when you are setting these boundaries for yourself in relationships, that you come out in the end with what you want. Exactly what you want. You don't have to keep searching around or wondering what if with another person. Like you come out on top because you know who you are, so you know what you want, so it's so clear to you when it does happen. But yeah, and there's no need to beat up on yourself if you see those patterns in yourself, because I've had to deal with those patterns as well. So and it was something that took me a very long time to even figure out. Like a lot of people don't realize they have issues that stem from whatever has happened to them in their lives, over the years. We all have blockages in our chakras and our energy, and we can't allow love to flow through us, the energy of love to flow through us, unless we clear those blockages out. And the only way we can do that is to be conscious and recognize that they're there, and then move forward in a direction where we're actually addressing what the issue is. The issue isn't the person you're pursuing the relationship. The issue is that you have a block to allowing love into your life. So yeah, find balance. Find balance. You have to work on yourself. At the end of the day, like, every single message I ever send to anyone is, at the end of the day, the answer is to love yourself, work on yourself, choose happiness, choose a higher vibration. That's always going to be the answer to every question that you have. So yeah, I love you guys.